Osio, Ayol Daza. Welcome to the Red Road East. I am your host, Feerce Truth-Seeker. The Red Road East is a TV program dedicated to archiving and preserving the history, legacy, and culture of Aboriginal people east of the Mississippi River and the Caribbean. Join us as we tell our stories, sing our songs, do our dances, arts, crafts, and all the various other traditions and ways of our ancestors. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your dog walker,
On your left.
your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Osio, welcome to the Red Road East. I'm your host, Feerce Truth-Seeker. And today's show is regarding the Mashantucket Pequot tribe of Connecticut. Now, we're going to be showing footage from the 2019 powwow, which I didn't get a chance to air at the time, so I apologize to all the viewers. Now, Schemitzun stands for Feast of the Green Corn and Dance, and they have this powwow every year, okay? And the Pequot tribe, they are the ones who Trump came at back in the early 90s. And there's been a lot of memes going around on the internet where Trump is saying they don't look like Indians. You know, it's been going around on Facebook, all the different social media platforms and things of that nature. And people are thinking that he was referring to what they call $5 Indians, or people who bought their way onto the rolls. When they say $5 Indians, you know, for the most part, they are talking about European settlers who paid $5 to get on the rolls to say that they were Indians back in the days, okay? However, that's not what Donald Trump was talking about. And how do I know this? I know it because I actually still have VHS footage. I have it on a VHS tape. And as a matter of fact, he was actually referring to the Pequots in a derogatory manner because of how they look. So we're going to show you a quick clip.
Is this you discussing Indian blood? We're going to judge people by whether they have Indian blood, whether they're qualified to run a gaming casino or not?
That probably is me, absolutely. Because I'll tell you what, if you look at some of the reservations that you've approved, you, sir, in your great wisdom have approved, I will tell you right now, they don't look like Indians to me. And they don't look like the Indians. Now, maybe we say politically correct or not politically correct. They don't look like Indians to me, and they don't look like Indians to Indians. And a lot of people are laughing at it, and you're telling how tough it is, how rough it is to get approved. Well, you go up to Connecticut, and you look. Now, they don't look like Indians to me, sir.
Thank God that's not the test of whether or not people have rights in this country or not, whether or not they pass your look test.
Depends whether or not you're approving it, sir.
No, it's not a question whether I'm approving it. It's not a question whether I'm approving it. Mr. Trump, you know in the history of this country where we've heard this discussion before, they don't look Jewish to me.
Oh, really?
They don't look Indian to me. They don't look Italian to me.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a test for whether people could go into business or not go into business, whether they could get a bank loan. You're too black. You're not black enough.
Okay, so in that clip, okay, you don't get everything that Trump was talking about. In order to get the other part, you would have to read this particular article that I have here. And this was an article that was written by the Washington Post, dated July 25th, 2016. This particular article, it says, Donald Trump's long history of clashes with Native Americans. Donald Trump claimed that Indian reservations had fallen under mob control. He secretly paid for more than $1 million in ads that portrayed members of a tribe in upstate New York as cocaine traffickers and career criminals. And he suggested in testimony and in media appearances that dark-skinned Native Americans in Connecticut were faking their ancestry. And in quotations, it says here, I think I might have more Indian blood than a lot of the so-called Indians that are trying to open up the reservations, Trump said during a 1993 radio interview with shock jock Don Imus. Trump's harsh rhetoric on Native Americans was part of his aggressive war on the expanding Native American casino industry during the 1990s, which posed a threat to his gambling empire. The racially tinged remarks and broad-brushed characterizations that Trump employed against Indian tribes for over a decade provided an early glimpse of the kind of incendiary language that he would use about racial and ethnic groups in the 2016 presidential campaign. Then it says here in quotations, I think if you've ever been up there, you would truly say that these are not Indians, Trump responded. Okay, so he obviously was quite clear in who he was talking about. He was talking about the Pequots, okay, and their dark skin, you know, for the most part. They come in various shades, okay, but a lot of them are dark skin. And if you look at some of the images, I have a couple of images to show you. This is, her name is Morning Star, and she is the former Miss Mashantucket for, I believe, 2007. As a matter of fact, I did a brief interview with her a while ago. And if you see the next slide, you'll see some more images of some of the Pequots. Okay, as I say, they come in various shades. All right. And flip to the next one. Okay. And so these are the people that Donald Trump was talking about, and the reason why he said they don't look like Indians, okay? And we're getting ready to take a break, and when we come back, I'm gonna give you some history of that particular region and what the early settlers had to say about the Aboriginal people of the New England area. So right now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna travel to the Schemitzun Powwow and let you see some of the footage, okay? So stay tuned. Osio, welcome to the Red Road East. I'm your host, Feerce Truth-Seeker. Today, we are at the Mashantucket Pequots Powwow 2019. And we're gonna walk around a little bit, patronize some of the vendors, and watch the dancers and the drumming. So join us at Schemitzun. Hey there, can I come in? All right.
This is all big.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You can't make any more?
No.
Wow.
The siren.
Oh, what are you doing here?
I don't know. He's a siren.
Oh.
Taking noise. So we're like playing with them. Yeah. You can't be in here like you want.
All right.
Yeah.
Go out now. All right, now make the fire. When I come back, I want to see the fire going, okay?
But what about if the fire is getting bigger and bigger?
Then we might have to run. Yeah.
But what about we run together?
2019 Ultimate Warrior Championship Club with wampum inlay. Nice, made out of nice cedar.
This is the grand entry.
If you need a coffee, if you're feeling a little tired, head on straight across from over here to Native Coffees. They got some really good iced coffee over there. I hope they're still set up over there.
Oh yeah, organically grown, native grown coffee over there. Also a big shout out, Eagle Dan's over there, get your leather needs over there. Stop and see Eagle Dan, get your deer skin, your buffalo hide, all your regalia needs over there, your moccasins, whatever you need over there. The red and white tent, straight across from me, all of our vendors are open. I see my friend over there, Dan Simons, and all kinds of wampum vendors in there, Julian Hunter, the Maharan Outpost. Get your Christmas shopping done early. I already started on mine. 4 months away from Christmas already, so get a jump start here to buy some local native art.
Head on over there and get yourself a picture with Eagle Dan. Tell her Sheldon sent you.
Oh, I know where he is.
We have some of the 3 of the finest MCs over here in the East, including myself. Just kidding. My name is Sheldon Sundown. I come from the Seneca Nation of Indians over there in Bucktown, Cattaraugus Indian Reservation, New York. We have my partner to the left of me, my bro. Long time, we go way back. Let's have a big round of applause for this MC by the name of Mr. Aaron Athy Mohegan. Big round of applause, all right. Sitting to the right of me is my longtime brother. We go back over 30 years. He hails from the, probably about 20 feet from you up the road, right here in Mashantucket. Let's have a big round of applause for Michael Thomas. All right.
Oh yeah, we also have our brother here, Wolf Jackson from the Eastern Pequot Tribal Nation, our arena director, working hard out here in a purple shirt. And Christian Hopkins from the Narragansett tribe of Rhode Island, our arena directors. We're getting things ready here. We're almost ready here. Mr. Wolf's working hard.
We're going to go with the, when it comes time for the flag, we're going to go with the flag song. I believe we're going to Stony Bear with the flag song, and then we're going to go with the victory with shows on the, and we're going to dance these colors out. Dancers, you do not need to follow these colors out of the arena. We do that at the end of the powwow tomorrow night. That's when you dance out. So no dancers, please, no dancing out with the colors this evening. Only the colors will leave and we'll bring them back in tomorrow morning. Yes, we keep our eagle flags around. They'll be posted.
All right, we vote. We ready, Wolf? All right. If everybody could please rise. We're going to get ready.
Looking good. Followed by Mashantucket Elder and Royalty. Welcome our elder ladies. Welcome ladies. Good to see you this evening. Followed by our elder men, our golden age men. looking beautiful. Here comes our northern traditional. Looking good, girl, looking good. Oh, here our Eastern War coming into the area. Eastern War, hook it up, boys, hook it up in the area.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Turn it up, Tom. Here we go. You can see all of our recent war dancers, so many of you.
Check, 1, 2, check. All right, yeah, come on, little more. Turn up the drums too. It's Saturday Night Live in Mashantucket. We need a nice and loud sound, lady.
Let's welcome more traditional. All right, we got Southern Street entering the arena with a couple of Southern Street, followed by Men's Grass.
That's hard, dancers. Stand by with shows on me. Get one ready.
All right, pick up that grass, boys. Oh, sounding good with toes on these singers.
Here's Paul Jr. and Team Dancing Dancers. Right on, boys. Dance hard. Show them what it's like. Show them what it looks like. Show them what it's about.
Good to see our fancy dancers.
Oh, sure. Okay, we're back. And continuing from where we left off, this is another image of what the Pequot people look like. Okay, so there is no confusion about who Mr. Trump was talking about. And don't get me wrong, I'm not a Trump basher. Okay, I'm not against Trump. Okay, I'm not against him. I'm not for him. I'm a proud non-voter. Now, I want to talk a little bit about what the early colonizers and settlers of the New England area had to say about those people who inhabited those lands. Okay? And this particular text right here, it comes from a book entitled Ancient and Modern Britons by a Scottish author named David McRitchie. And his book is 2 volumes. On page 374, he says, the Englishmen who had colonized the western shores of the Atlantic not more than a generation or 2 before Gross spoke of the Indians there as being black as gypsies. In 1676, the native races of New England were spoken of indifferently as Indians and Moors, and our British Indians are also remembered as Moors. Therefore, Gross is virtually telling us that large companies of Moors or black people roamed up and down the country rather more than 100 years ago. This is coming from the early colonists. This next image is a Connecticut artifact. They found this in an ancient burial ground in Connecticut, okay? And if you look at the features, all right, it's self-explanatory, okay? And you line that up with what the early colonizers say, okay? So, in other words, we have to remember that the colonizers, when they came to these shores, they mixed and married with the indigenous population here, okay? So naturally, over time, they're not going to look the same. So Trump has to do some research. Unfortunately, I'm getting the signal that we have to wrap up the show. We have to go, and we're gonna close out with more footage from the powwow, okay? So until the next time, do-da-da, gong-hong-e. It's already ready.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
So you ever go to Halawa? You go ever go there?
Never been yet.
All right. Oh, that's beautiful. So who are we looking at here? Okay. Beautiful.
This regalia is
The regalia is beautiful.
my work. It's your work too.
Real too.
Yes.
It ain't play.
Yes. Yes.
Boy, how long did
Real
it take
feathers,
you?
not plastic.
Yes.
Oh, man, it was
Any
I
other
haven't-
synthetic concoction.
Right.
Just wanted to let you know.
That's beautiful.
It comes out on Bronx Day. I just wanted to let you know.
Oh, that's all right.
And who else are we? Who else do we have here?
Oh, we have many tribes coming in. We have people from Pequot, people from Nashville. We got the Eastern Pequot. We got the Mashantucket Pequot. We got other people from, I think, Lumbee and Cherokee. We got
Okay.
people. So there's quite a few. It's representatives. It was quite a good gathering. It was fun.
Beautiful.
Excellent gathering.
Oh man, that's beautiful.
Popular, man, it's pretty popular.
Last time, well, not the last time, but we used to come out here when they used to have it in the horse stable.
Yeah. That was bigger.
Back in
Yeah, it
the
was
day.
big
A lot,
then.
much bigger.
A lot bigger. But you know how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Hey,
It's nice. What's your name again?
Dean Stanton.
Dean Stanton. Okay.
Gene Stanton. Okay.
I'm
And we-
Feerce Truth-Seeker.
Okay. How you doing? How's it going?
Sorry about the left hand.
No, it's all right, it's all
All
right.
right.
It's
So we have Feerce Truth-Seeker. Get over there close to him. And we have Anwar, Cedric.
Said
Get in there. Said G of Ultramagnetic, legendary rap group. Said G. We got Anwar Robinson. We got Feerce Truth-Seeker. And
I am Papagan McCorsham.
all right.
Falling Wolf.
Beautiful.
All right.
Beautiful. This is wonderful. All right.
So maybe you get me how to come up next
Right.
You talk to this guy. Yeah. There's a legendary rap artist.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Right. Yep. Yeah, on this nice rock, not Plymouth Rock, you know, but the rock out here at Schemitzun. All right. Got Pops over there. Man, Cedric.
Yeah. Do a pan.
Yeah, you do a little pan.
Pan action.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cedric, the mighty Said G.
G.
The wizard.
Salute.
Oh yeah, look at the little babies coming to the arena. Our future moms, our future dads, our future leaders. Welcome our Eastern ladies, Eastern blanket dancers, followed by our Northern and Southern traditional. Stand by, young blood singers, stand by. young lady looking good. Following behind them is our ladies single dress dancer. Beautiful evening here in Mashantucket in the Vincent 2019. Let's welcome all of our single dress dancers, making that beautiful sound of their jingles, followed by our fancy song. Keep it going, young blood singers. All the way from Schemitzun. Be ready, please. We'll bring you have another song here. If we need one. Looks like our children are coming in. Our children are ready to hop on ride out of our young dancers. Coming to the arena. Saturday Night Live. Mashantucket 2019. What a beautiful sight this evening. Let's welcome all of our kids, all of our dancers are in the arena. A big round of applause for all of our dancers. Looking good, beautiful. Look at all those beautiful regatas out there. Oh, so good to see you all. All our dancers are in the arena. All our dancers are in the arena. Whoop, whoop. Whoop. Hold on to that next jungle.